Hey guys, it's 8 a.m., first day of school, which means it's time to move back into the studio. Yay! Look at all this crap I'm gonna have to move back. Should be like 2 or 3 trips. Alright, trip 1 down, and we still have a drawing board here, all of my supplies, and extra materials. So I'm gonna try and fit this all in one, or I might die trying. Okay, everything's here, and we got it in 2 trips. Let's go get a celebratory bacon, egg, and cheese.
Hi vlog.
Life is a beautiful thing. Demolished. Now that everything's here, let's go get our desk set up. So we got our drawing board up top, and then this locker here for all of our stuff. So we got our drawing tools on top, extra supplies here in the back, drawing tools right here again, and then model building supplies. Alright, hey guys, so it's now day 3, got all settled in the studio, and now we've got our first project, which, let me show you. So our first project is the Tectonic Water Folly, and this is sort of the smallest project we're going to do this year. It's the quickest, and it's the first. And it's really the first project we've done that's been placed in a, real world site. So we're starting off with the sort of tectonic details, and to start with that, we've been given a sort of precedent building, and ours is the Tropotondo here, Italian designed sort of music theater based on Aboriginal architecture, but everyone's received sort of a tectonic study to sort of learn from and then base their initial design ideas off of. If you're unfamiliar, tectonics are basically an emphasis on the structure and the way parts come together in a sort of work of architecture. And so a material that you're going to see a lot is wooden construction, and the way that different pieces interlock, and it creates this sort of rhythmic form just through the construction itself. And so our sort of task is to take these sort of tectonic details and use them to inform our pavilion in a sense. So we're working from the smallest details and then going all the way up into the sort of greater site, or first the spaces of our structure and then how that interacts with the site itself. So the site we're building this on, lovely Burnett Woods here right off of campus, and ours is going to go right here at the southern end of Burnett Woods Lake. So our pavilion is sort of going to be built on the lakeshore, looking over top of the lake. One other thing I didn't really mention is the program that we need for our pavilion. And so right here, the 4 things that are really required: an entry, so clear threshold that marks the sort of entrance to our structure; circulation, considering the movement through, to, and from our structure, and how that sort of interacts with the space around it, interacts with our tectonics and the like. Viewing, framing views of the water, the surrounding nature, and seating, creating places to rest in each viewing place. And we're going to try and work on tying all of these into the way the actual structure is created, and having the tectonics and the way the pieces interlock sort of define each sort of part of this program. To be honest, I don't have a damn clue what I'm gonna do for my pavilion structure. Just started to think about it, but from looking at all these examples, you kind of see that these builds, or this building, is made of lines that are sort of interlocked together, and instead of having like flush walls that butt up against each other, it's sort of using these lines to enclose space without creating a very formal, conditioned interior space. it's more of creating a sort of symbiotic relationship with the nature that surrounds it. And I've really been following that nature theme just the past couple minutes, looking at sort of local plants, local fauna, doing a little bit of sketching, and trying to work that sort of nature element into the design. Hey guys, so it's now Friday, end of week 1, and I'm still kind of in the early stages of what the design's going to be for my water folly. We still haven't exactly moved on to design, still kind of working on that precedent study, but I've kind of wanted to, record my initial sort of ideas for the pavilion, get this quick first video out, and then there will be a comprehensive one in about 2 weeks once we're done with the whole thing. So, the Trapiatondo Arena here is it's circular. This is just kind of like a section of it, and I was thinking kind of doing I am not drawing. Doing like some sort of semicircular. Why is it not thick enough? There we are. Some sort of semicircle design here. So not exactly mimicking the full sort of round thing, but getting kind of like a, semicircle facing the lake so that you have like an uninterrupted view of the waterfront. And instead of having the seats and the direction sort of face in, kind of want it to be the exact opposite, where we're kind of seating in the middle and then uninterrupted space here, we can kind of look out onto the lake. And kind of using the same sort of framing here, just want to have like these big pillars in the back and like our dock, and then we want kind of an unbroken view of the water, if the water's over here, like a so you can have like posts here to hold the thing up, but then our sort of canopy is just kind of held up by this back pillar, and our lovely guy over here has an uninterrupted, unbroken view of the waterfront. Maybe he's fishing. That way you can maximize the sort of experience with nature and minimize the sort of feeling of enclosure, because there's not going to be doors, walls, windows, just going to be this kind of stick framing. I'm thinking maybe having it kind of be sort of a path. I'm not sure if I want to have like greenery in the middle or have it be another sort of circulation space. That is yet to be decided, but this is where I'm at for right now. Alright, well, thank you guys for sticking through this kind of informal rambling about, moving to school, how the first projects are going to shake out, and what's going to come up next. Might squeeze another Minecraft video in before, but in about 2 weeks this project will be done, and so you guys can expect definitely a more fuller, comprehensive video, detailing the actual design process from here, because we haven't really started, so it's gonna, highlight a lot of the initial design and then the subsequent critiques, iterations, and eventually the finished model, whatever that comes out to look like. Probably have another Minecraft video in there. Got a lot of requests for both Georgian and Gothic architecture, so get both of those in the works, coming out shortly. And yeah, there'll definitely be a lot more informal college life videos like this if you guys are interested, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, helps me out a ton, especially with buying all the materials and everything. They're not cheap, and all your support means a ton. Alright, toodles.